All right, good morning, boys. What is up? Today is Monday, November 10th. The banner on top is still wrong. Alpha Futures is currently, I believe, 20% off, not 25. But if you want to use code Ale for Alpha Futures and Tradeify, the only firms I actually trade, feel free to use them. They're always running a good sale. I believe Tradeify is like 30% off right now. Let's get into the trade recap. So, I might have made the dumbest mistake today. It could be a little setback. But my accounts were at $7,000 this morning. I was $2,000 away from, 6,000. I was 3,000 away from passing them. I should have passed them today. And I tried longing. You're going to see now. I'm going to show you my buys coming to the market, and I'll show you where I fucked up, right? So coming into market open, I'm obviously bullish, right? Overnight, what do? Nothing here. Here we tap into and respect this hourly gap right here, right? And we're pushing higher. What are my draws, right? That was a mistake here. We make a CSD, open above it, retest it, push higher, keep pushing higher in the 4 hour. No 4 hour retrace, which I'm not a fan of. I do want to see a retrace. But what I see is right here, a 4 hour order block and a 1 hour breaker block. So more often than not, when price is doing something like this, you will see price retest these breaker blocks before pushing lower and giving us a real retrace, right? And what do I see? We're rejecting an hourly gap, and we have a hourly breaker block above us inside this giant imbalance, right? You can also just target EQ of the imbalance, right? They're all good targets. And we had EQ of the imbalance aligned with the breaker block, which was a great target for us to take profits at, right? Keep going lower. I'm not interested in trading market open. All I see is that we have London highs above us, and I potentially could have seen price take out these lows and then push higher, or just push higher, right? But I'm not looking too short, if that makes sense, right? What I see is, all right, market opens, we push higher. I was honestly going to enter here. I entered here. What am I saying? Honestly, targeting the hourly breaker block. A few of my students took this trade. Great trade. The one-on-one students are starting to fucking kill it, right? This is the trade I took, targeting this breaker block. That was my main draw on liquidity, right? There's no break even. I got displacement coming out of this. This is London highs, right? I do want to see price just rip through London highs, because if we trade above here, there's no reason in my eyes for price to push any lower. So I want to trade up to this point in liquidity. Now, guess what I fucking do? I click sell instead of buy, like a fucking moron. And I'm not even kidding, this candle, like right here, blew my account. Because when I'm trading evals, I'm trading them very, very aggressively, right? And this candle right here, literally open high, blew my account, right? So I don't know if it blew my account, but I think I hit the max daily loss limit on my accounts. Yeah, I hit max because I lost 3.6K per account. So max daily loss limit on evals. So what happens when we hit max daily loss limit on evals? I reset them, and these are these accounts now. Reset all of them, and I went long. After we tapped the 1 hour breaker block to the tick, what did I tell you guys? I want to retrace. What is a retrace? Into this 5-minute gap, right? And then out of this 5-minute gap, what do we get? A 1 minute CISD right here, right? You can see price right here. And I don't count 954. I wait for 955 and then I enter there. And I took this trade with, I believe it was like 5 contracts. And same thing I took this one with. No, I took this one with like 5 contracts and this one with a little more. But this is unfortunate. My 3 trades for the day that I really liked, that I forward tested, or I actually took 2 of them, but poor executions, were these were all good trades, right? This creates a breaker block. This creates an order block, right? So this is displacement to the upside, coming out of an hourly gap, targeting a 1 hour breaker block, right? This is a 1 minute after we retest London highs, right? We push to the upside. London highs is not a PD rate. It is not a PD rate, but I do want to see price push a little lower and retrace after we sweep out a major draw liquidity. And if we tap into that draw liquidity and push higher, I will be looking for longs. And that's what we do. We push lower, break above, disrespecting the move to the downside, creates a bullish order block, enter long here, targeting the breaker block. Right? What is a breaker block? It is a bullish order block, right? This is a bullish order block right here. The bodies. And what does price do? Closes below it. So when we close below the bullish order block, we create a bearish breaker block. Right? And third trade is simple. There is a 5-minute gap below us. We tap into the 5-minute gap and we get a 1-minute CISD. This is why I don't really trade off inversions, because if you trade off inversions, you wouldn't have gotten an entry in this leg. Right? So I did really like that 1-minute CISD. Perfect entry. Besides that, very unfortunate. I got a little mad at myself when I realized I was not in that trade anymore. But yeah, overall, hopefully we can pass these evals on Wednesday. That would be the goal, ideally, to start this next week on a fresh set of 150Ks. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment them. I will be here to answer anything. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you boys tomorrow. Peace out.